What up, YouTube? So today is going to be part 7 of the Honda Civic k24a2 swap. And you guys are probably wondering what's taking so long with this swap. Well, we had some issues going back and forth trying to diagnose this car. As far as the input shaft bearing, we had to take the transmission off, replace that, and then we ended up having to replace the whole shaft. So we took this tranny off like 3 times, so kind of got annoyed. And then another problem we ended up having was this washer. We were using this for the speed sensor, and it was too far away from the actual gear, so we weren't getting a speed sensor. So I had to end up buying a brand new speed converter. I even bought a new speed sensor twice. So finally today we got the car running back how it was. I actually just used 2 smaller washers, which is basically half this size. I don't even know why they have to use this washer. I don't remember the other transmission having it, but this is a different casing. It's from an Accord, so it's supposed to be stronger. It's actually all aluminum compared to the TSX, so I guess it lasts longer. Other than that, the car is running pretty good right now. We're gonna take it out for a spin. I don't think the last time you guys got to see this car with VTEC, so in comparison, I think so far right now it is faster than my Z1. So, but this does have headers, and it was pretty much the same setup, but it's definitely a lot quicker with the torque and everything. So let's go ahead and get this thing started real fast. I have to get the keys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the keys real fast. We'll start it up, and then we'll come back. All right, so let's start this thing up. So no check engine lights or anything. Everything's running pretty smooth so far right now. So this motor has almost like 300,000 miles, but it's still strong. There's no signs of smoke. I'm pretty sure whoever actually drove this car just babied it. I doubt they went over like 3,000 RPMs. But yeah, it's a really good engine still. Tranny's basically ready to go for the long run. It's basically all built and all fresh, so no problems with that. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get this thing on the road. So close this hood. And then we'll take this thing for a ride. It's a little harder because it has the VTEC cover on there. So now, for some people watching from the last video, the Z3 has 2.5 inch compared to this one has 3 inch. So this one should actually be a little bit more raspier. You guys will kind of hear that in the video. Car's pretty smooth though, just needs an alignment most likely. Should be ready to be a daily. Hopefully we can get this thing out of here by this weekend. Just want to go over a couple things and make sure it's reliable, because it will be someone's daily driver. And I'm pretty sure the owner wants their car back. It's been, I think, like over 4 or 5 months. Yeah, it's been a minute since it should have been done. Thing's a monster. It gets down, like I said, with torque and everything, and the headers and Honda. All these factors come into play when it comes into K-Series swap. So if you see a big difference from this one and the Z3, it's definitely because this one's way faster. Suspension and a couple other factors, but it's a really strong car for 300,000 miles basically. So if you see a high mileage K, I would just recommend maybe just doing the timing chain and tensioner. And if it's really gunky or anything, you can use a diesel flush. You do, I think, half and half, and that should flush it out. I mean, worst case. But I mean, these motors, like I said, if they weren't beat on and if they're from an automatic car, these should be pretty good. Like you see, no check engine or anything, so I think this car is going to be ready to go, hopefully. It's been a long time. This car and the MR2, it just giving me problems these last couple months. The weather hasn't been that good, so that's one reason why I haven't been filming as much. I think all this week it's going to be a lot better now, so we should be able to get some more filming done, and then hopefully a new project I want to try to bring. I still got to clear out my house though, because the city is kind of tripping on me for having all these non-running cars. So but yeah, so far so good. The car runs real smooth right now. It's just a little hard to film with this racket pinion or without having an alignment, because it pulls really hard and it's trying to pull one way while I'm holding it one-handed. So but yeah, I mean, if anybody wants a K24, wants to know how they feel, I mean, they're real torquey, but definitely gonna need some wheels and tires. Pumped up a little bit, but like I said, this thing is, like I said, a lot more torqueier than my Z1. Well, anything this K20, K24 is just cool. But if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully we can get some more cars finished up. I just got to finish up the Z1, and then hopefully we can find a shop soon, because that's actually what I'm gonna need very, very soon. Doing it out in my backyard isn't really gonna work. It has for a long time. I've been doing it for years, but it's time to get more serious. It's definitely a fun car though. It picks up nice with low end torque. That is one good thing about K24s. Torque, you take off no matter what. You don't really have to use your high end to get out the hole. But one thing about torque is if you overspin it, you're gonna spin tires crazy. So it's people ask what's better, K20 or K24. It's kind of hard to say. It's all about the driver. I mean, somebody who can really drive that uses a K20 can beat a K24. K24 does have more stuff that you can actually upgrade. Like as far as like this one, like if I was just had this motor, this was my car, and I wanted to just do stock upgrades, I would do a RBC manifold, which is, I mean, it makes power on K20 and K24. I would do the RRC or just Type S oil pump, just to get rid of this dual balance shaft. Throw like a light flywheel and like a stage 2 clutch, maybe, or even stock Exetti is still good. I like stock Exetti, they work fine. Other than that, that's pretty much all you need for these motors. And the 50-degree VDC. A lot of people say you want to go with the K20 head. The only thing different from the K20 head from the 02 or from the 08, I'm sorry, from the 04 to 05, I believe is the valves, and the ports might be a little bit smaller, but you don't really gain that much more power from a basic K24, K20, unless you do all the same stuff. You do everything I'm saying to like this motor, I mean, I think the K20 head might give you like 5 more horsepower, if that, for all motors. So you got to ask yourself, is it really worth that much money other than just throwing the VDC on and making more power like that with just what you have, other than spending unnecessary money. But if anybody needs to get in contact with me, you can hit me up at Instagram. That's KSeriousWorks. And if you want to hit me up on my email, it's honda.mike1988@gmail.com. And yeah, just let me know if you guys need anything.